Jauffre is seemingly an important figure in allowing the hero of Kvatch to defeat the Mythic Dawn and end Mehrunes Dagon's invasion in the 4th Elder Scrolls game, Oblivion. But in reality, Jauffre is an idiot. From losing the Amulet of Kings to literally doing nothing other than walking around Cloud Ruler Temple for weeks, this Grand Master of the Blades is probably one of the most useless NPCs in the Elder Scrolls. It is true that Jauffre is of some help in the main quest line. He gives Martin the idea of using Tiber Septim's armour as the blood of a divine to access Mankar Cameron's paradise, and he tells the player where Martin is at the beginning of the game, but his usefulness pales in comparison to his stupidity. Martin's death and much of the destruction resultant from Dagon's invasion can be attributed to Jauffre prolonging the invasion by losing the Amulet of Kings. I don't mean to say that he accidentally dropped it down a well whilst he was walking or something, but the Mythic Dawn are able to attack Wayne Priory, where Jauffre is based, and steal the amulet, because Jauffre leaves it lying around in a chest in a not so well concealed secret room. An item that's that important in defeating Mehrunes Dagon should never have been left unattended. Jauffre should have kept it on his person at all times, or buried it in a secret location somewhere, not left it with his spare clothes and furniture in a spare room in the Priory. 3/4 of the main quest stem from this mistake. To reclaim the amulet, the player has to spend weeks of in-game time searching for the Mythic Dawn, infiltrating their lair and breaking into Mankar Cameron's paradise. In this time, thousands of people die, and this can be fundamentally attributed to Jauffre and his carelessness. Martin's death and the Daedric invasion of the Imperial City are also his fault. Had the amulet not been so easily found by the Mythic Dawn, Martin could have lit the dragonfires without interruption weeks earlier than he ended up doing. Moreover, one of Jauffre's big ideas is that the Blades and Martin relocate to Cloud Ruler Temple after the attack on Wayne Priory. In Jauffre's own words, this is the Blades' secret castle. Simply looking at Cloud Ruler Temple, though, reveals it's not inconspicuous at all. It's a pretty obvious looking Akaviri castle perched atop a mountain right above a densely populated city. So there's no surprise that the Mythic Dawn found out the location of Martin so quickly. One upwards glance from Bruma reveals the massive castle built in the Akaviri style, Akavir being associated with the Order of the Blades. But to be fair, Cloud Ruler Temple isn't an absolutely awful choice of hideout. It is well fortified and properly guarded, and it's probably quite difficult to penetrate. But the Mythic Dawn are an order full of mages. No doubt they'd find a way, especially if they were capable of murdering the Emperor to break into the castle or levitate themselves over the walls. Perhaps a better place to hide would have been a cave network at the corner of Cyrodiil or deep within the mountains. But admittedly, even then there's a slim chance they would be discovered. They'd need supplies of food, water and weapons, and if the Mythic Dawn were really determined, they might be able to follow the supply trains. Either way, I don't think that hiding in a conspicuous castle was necessarily the right thing to do. The spies almost finding Martin's location are proof to that. Jauffre's annoyingness is perhaps best encapsulated by the fact that he does barely anything to help Martin or the hero of Kvatch. He delegates virtually every task, even though there's a limited number of blades. Boris, for instance, is left to try and find the Mythic Dawn alone in the massive Imperial City. Jauffre also sends the hero of Kvatch, rather than himself, to fetch Tiber Septim's armour, and he doesn't deign to ask Martin if he needs help collecting items such as the Great Welkin Stone, which was needed in a ritual to access Mankar Cameron's paradise. The only moments the player sees Jauffre act of his own accord is either at Wayne Priory when he's attacked by members of the Mythic Dawn, or at the Battle of Bruma where he attempts to protect Martin. But all in all, for a Grand Master of the Blades sworn to protect Martin Septim, Jauffre's unwillingness to help in the effort to defeat Dagon is deeply worrying. A good example, not only of Jauffre's laziness, but his stupidity, is during the quest Allies for Bruma. In this quest, Jauffre asks the player to petition to the other counts of Cyrodiil and the Elder Council to send troops to Bruma to repel the incoming Daedric invasion. But why not go himself? As the Grand Master of the Blades, Jauffre has vastly more political leverage than the much less well-known and respected player. As an official close to the Emperor, Jauffre could easily pressure the counts into sending troops. He could, for instance, threaten them by suggesting they were being disloyal if they didn't do so. So it doesn't make sense from a pragmatic point of view why he wouldn't send a letter or go and visit the counts himself. To sum up Jauffre, I'd say that it's hard to decide whether he's an idiot or simply someone who is grossly negligent and lazy. In reality, these two things probably coalesce, but his unwillingness to help Martin and his inability to properly conceal the most important artifact on Nirn points to at least one thing: that Jauffre is a bit of an idiot. Thank you for watching this video. I've done loads of other videos on Elder Scrolls idiots, such as Delphine and Mercer Frey, so if you want to watch those, then head over to my channel or check out the playlist I've made. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.